We would like to welcome to the stage now Brent Pike with Pyke. Come on up, Brent. Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Brent with Pyke Gear. We are a new upland apparel bird hunting. Oh, sorry about that. My name is Brent Pike. I'm the founder of a new company called Pyke Gear. We are a new upland bird hunting apparel company that is located here in Michigan. Everything is made in Michigan. All of our marketing is based out of Michigan. Pyke Gear is a blue ocean entrant into the $1.7 billion upland bird hunting market. So those of you that are not familiar with the blue ocean theory, the blue ocean is basically we're taking existing technology from other venues and applying it to into our realm. So think of Yeti coolers. Yeti took these giant refrigeration units that had 6 inches of foam in it and applied it to high-end coolers. Who would have ever thought that there was a market for $1,000 coolers? I mean, literally, they created a market that was not even there by adding this new technology. So we talk about our competition. Certainly, there's a fair amount of competition in this space. You've got, your Cabela's, your Bass Pro, LL Bean, Orvis, Filson, et cetera. These companies have been around for a long time, and they make a fairly decent product. The problem is they have not fully embraced the technological advances that we've had in fabric. How many people in here are skiers? Can I see a raise of hands? All right. You guys all understand the importance of Gore-Tex and having, flex materials and things that are super comfortable. Imagine skiing in a pair of blue jeans and a sweatshirt. That's essentially what a lot of us upland bird hunters have had to use over the years, is these hot, heavy cotton canvas materials that don't breathe, they don't move with you, and they absorb water. They're not real comfortable to wear. So the technology that we're using is, again, going back to the blue ocean theory, it's not anything that we've created. We're just taking technology that companies like Patagonia, Lululemon, North Face, Sitka, Kuiu have been using for years, and we're applying it to our craft, which is bird hunting. So we talk about bird hunting. It is a small market. Do we have any bird hunters out in the room out here? All right, we got a few. All right. So you guys know that, it's, there's about 11 to 12 million hunters in general in the United States. Of that, there's about 3 million people that are bird hunters. We're talking duck, geese, grouse, pheasant, et cetera. Amongst that, we're really focusing in on the 1.5 million core bird hunters. Those are the people that are hunting, 10 to 20 days a year. They have disposable income to be able to go out and do that. They travel. They've got a couple of dogs, probably numerous shotguns. And that's where we feel like we can apply this blue ocean theory and get the disruptive technology into this space that has never been there before. So the opportunity that we have is, we look at the market. It's a $1.7 billion market spent on travel, hunting, et cetera. About $100 million of that is actually spent on apparel. So at this point in time, we feel like by presenting this new market, other people are going to join along with it, but we're going to be the first mover and shaker. And if we only get 5% market share, we could have $40 million in revenue in 4 years. So it doesn't take a whole lot to really make a lot of moves. We're talking, the ASPs for the products are anywhere from, $150 to $300 on a lot of these things. So in most of our customers existing are buying about 2.2 products per visit on our website. So why am I presenting to Northern Michigan? Well, the beautiful thing about what I'm doing here in Northern Michigan is we are partnering with Traverse Bay Manufacturing up in Elk Rapids. If you're not familiar with them, they are one of the best clothing manufacturers in the United States of America. And so we have a good quality stamp that we can put on our products and get it to people. It's still at a fair price because we're doing the direct consumer model. We'll be using e-fulfillment service as our warehousing and distribution. We use Sport Dog Photography out of Detroit for a lot of our Facebook and Instagram ads, and we use Watermark Productions. They're the folks that produce shows such as Nick's Wild Ride, Whitetail Freaks, a couple different shows on the Outdoor Channel as well. Any questions? Yeah.
How is the sportswear market different than the upland bird market versus like the rest of the hunting market? Because when I think about hunting, because I don't really do any hunting, but
Yeah, so great question. I was a little nervous up here, so I breezed over. There's a company called Kuiu. Kuiu is a first mover in the Western big game hunting. So what they did is hunting in general has been a very traditional sport. You know, people use their old dad's wool jackets, wool. You've seen the guys with the red plaid on and stuff like that. Well, guys back in the 80s started seeing, you know, Patagonia, North Face coming up with these Gore-Tex jackets. Like, man, this would be awesome for, you know, we're exerting a lot of energy and using a lot of stuff, but it really didn't kind of come mainstream until early 2000s. And this company, Kuiu, kind of decided, all right, let's take this to the next level and let's build this stuff super premium and direct to consumer, and that way you can build a super premium product but not have a super premium price on it. I mean, our pricing isn't going to be really any different than the good stuff that, you know, Orvis and Filson are selling right now, but because we're doing direct to consumer, we can afford to put more money into the product, into the manufacturing process, and be able to deliver that to people at a reasonable cost. Question? Yeah.
Outside of the fabric, are there other aspects of the clothing that is more specific to your type of hunting, or is it really can be applied to any hunting or any sport related?
It could be applied to mostly, I mean, any hunting in general. I mean, when you start getting into like waterfowl hunting and big game hunting, the camouflage really kind of rules the roost. As you can see with bird hunting, you know, we want to wear bright orange colors, things like that, so we're seen, so we don't get shot, because typically it's a social event. So, I mean, the fabrics that the stuff that we're using can be used in other applications, and that's when, you know, if you look at our pants, you know, we've gone with like a dark charcoal gray. Most of the stuff that's been out there for years and years is like this dark brown. It's just not really traditional. There's been no innovation as far as style and or fabrics in this stuff. So I mean, could it be used in other things? Yeah, but we're really focusing in on our market, you know, for hunters. I mean, the pants actually have like a double facing on the front here to protect you when you're walking through the brush. The shirt, you know, I mean, I don't see too many people walking around town with bright orange shirts on at this point in time. Yes. Great question. So if you look at like the pockets on the shirt there, so you can see that we're all wearing what are called strap vests. So in traditional shirts, like you can see this shirt right here, most people would have, you know, like traditional shirt pockets, but you can't get into them when you wear a strap vest. Most of the guys that are, you know, the core audience that we're looking for wear strap vests, and the old pockets and the traditional shirts they just don't work. So every item that we have, there's a specific design for the way the pockets are laid out, where they're laid out, etc. We'll have the same thing with like our jackets and things like that as well. So great question. Yes.
are you looking to just stay like online, or are you looking to get into Dunham's and Dick's and, you know, major sporting goods?
At this point in time, we're just looking to do direct to consumer. With the super premium fabrics that we're using right now, it's very difficult to be able to manufacture those and then get into them and them have a margin and us have a margin. So, in the consumer in this realm is already trained to actually to buy online. I mean, there isn't like, you know, with bow hunting and stuff like that, there's a lot of pro shops where people can go and try out new stuff and check things out that way. With bird hunting, there really isn't that. The customer's already trained to buy things online. Absolutely, we're going to be investing heavily into. I forgot to do the ask. So we're looking for $1 million in funding over the next 12 months. And we're going to invest heavily into marketing. So that's a big thing. You know, we're going to invest heavily into SEO. We've already got partners that are working on the backside of that stuff for us, so we can get, you know, when people type in Upland, boom, Pyke Gear pops up. We'll be investing heavily into Facebook and Instagram. We've already invested heavily into podcasting, so we're really going heavily into the digital marketing. You'll see that on our most of our sales have come from like our podcast marketing at this point. One more question.
Do you have a pouch in the back?
Not in the shirt, we don't, but in our game vest, we do. So most everything is built around a vest. So most guys are wearing a strap vest, because that way the vest you can wear over a jacket, you can wear it over a shirt. It makes everything much more versatile. Everything that we're doing will be in systems. So we'll have an early season system, a mid-season system, a late season system, a wet weather system. It'll all be kind of rolling together, and the vest will work in congruent with all those other things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.